Hello everyone. Today we are going to see that the actual talk given by Dr. Richard Hamming. So in the last video, the introduction given by Lan G. Chowet on Richard Hamming. Now in this video, actually what he has talked, so that we are going to see now. So what he said is, it is a pleasure to be here. I doubt if I can live up to the introduction. So what he's trying to say is, so whatever the introduction given by the Lan, so whether he is able to live up to that or not was the question. The title of my talk is You and Your Research. It is not about managing research. It is about how you individually do your research. I could give a talk on the other subject, but it's not. It's about you. I'm not talking about ordinary run-of-mill research. I'm talking about great research. And for the sake of describing great research, I will occasionally say a Nobel Prize type of work. It doesn't have to gain the Nobel Prize, but I mean those kind of things which we perceive as significant things. Relatively, if you want Schumann's information theory, any number of outstanding theories, that's kind of thing I'm talking about. So in this para, the speaker, what is trying to say is, he want to tell that, so in his terms, research means the people who are doing some kind of research which they get a Nobel Prize kind of things. So even though the research may not be bringing you a Nobel Prize, but those kind of work is what a significant research for him. So that's what he's talking about here. Now, how did I come to do this study? At Los Alamos, I was brought in to run off the computing machines which other people had got going. So these scientists and physicists could get back to the business. I saw I was a stooge. I saw although physically I was the same, they were different. And to put the thing bluntly, I was envious. I wanted to know why they were so different from me. I saw Feynman up close. I saw Fermi and Teller. I saw Oppenheimer. I saw Hans Bethe. He was my boss. I saw quite a few very capable people. I become very interested in the difference between those men who do and those who have done. So in this paragraph, the author observed a few people who he met during his research days. When I came to Bell Labs, I came into a very productive department. Bode was the department head of the time. Shannon was there, and there were other people. I continued examining the questions. Why and what is the difference? What is the difference? I continued subsequently by reading biographies, autobiographies, asking people questions such as, how did you come to do this? I tried to find out what are the differences and that's what this talk about. See, the author, when he was working in the Bell Labs, so during that time he used to meet all the people whom he can meet maximum, and then he started reading autobiographies and biographies of several successful people, and he started comparing the people who already succeeded in their life and who are and the live examples in his office. And that's what the differences in those people, like who have got successful in their life and who are approaching to that, or who are not doing anything. So this comparison and these differences will give you some idea that why they have achieved so many things, why they have done such a significant remark in the history. Now, why is this talk is important? I think it is important because, as far as I know, each of you has one life to live. Even if you believe in a reincarnation, it doesn't do you any good from one life to the next. Why shouldn't you do significant things in this one life? However, you define significant, I'm not going to define it. You know what I mean. I will talk mainly about science because that is what I have studied. But so far as I know, I have been told by others, much of what I say applies to many fields. Outstanding work is characterized very much the same way in the most fields, but I will confine myself to the science. So here, the author or the speaker is going to tell that why that this talk is so important to the audience. So what his intent is, so you have only one life to live, so do something significant thing in this one life. So what you have, and that significant things which is equal to the, or which will give the same like as a Nobel Prize. So that's what his belief. And I think the author clearly says that he don't believe in reincarnation. In order to get you at individually, I must talk in the first person. I have to get you to the drop modesty and say to yourself, yes, I would like to do first class work. Our society frowns on the people who set out to do really good work. You are not supposed to. Luck is supposed to be descend on you and you do great things by chance. Well, that's a kind of dumb thing to say. Why shouldn't you set out to do something significant? You don't have to tell other people, but shouldn't you say to yourself, yes, I would like to do something significant. In order to get to the second stage, I have to drop modesty and talk in the first person about what I have seen, what I have done, and what I have heard. I'm going to talk about people, some of whom you know, and I trust that when we leave, you won't quote me as saying some of these things I said. Let me start not logically but psychologically. I find that major objection is that people think that great science is done by luck. It's all the matter of luck. Well, consider Einstein. Note how many different things he did that were good. Was it all luck? Wasn't it a little too repetitive? Consider Shannon. He didn't do just information theory. Several years before, he did some other good things and some which are still locked up in the security of cryptography. He did many good things. So we'll stop here and we'll continue in the next video. So, and a few more examples what Dr. Richard Hamming has told in the talk at Bell Labs. Thank you.